Hello, I'm Grady Edwards, a Digital Integration Specialist with Horry County Schools. Today we'll be exploring Smart Notebook 17.1, the latest upgrade to the Smartboard Notebook series. If you need help downloading the new Smart Notebook 17.1, please see your DIS or request an email from gedwards@horrycountyschools.net. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel by clicking the logo during the video. Also give us feedback or check out our related videos by clicking the pop-up cards in the upper right corner. Once you've installed the newest version of Smartboard 17.1 to your computer, you can now access the Smart Notebook, and most of the features and the actual outline of the Smart Notebook looks very similar to earlier updates or earlier versions. But let's go over some of the neat things you can do or some of the newest things you can do. The first thing would be the Smart Lab. You go up here to this Android looking character, and this is Smart Lab. This is essentially like a built-in Nearpod or a built-in tool that will allow your kids to send information from their devices or work on activities from their devices and send it directly to your Smartboard page. Some of my favorite ones are Shouted Out, and again, all these Smart Lab activities, Smart Lab options come with different randomization or categories which you can create. For our purposes, we'll just leave it all to the defaults. Hit finish, and you see the Smart Lab activity has been created. All right. The first time you do this, you will need to get your own class ID. And what your students will do is they'll go to classlab.com, type in this 8-digit code. The nice thing about this too is they won't have to type in the code more than once. When they go to ClassLab now, their computer will recognize you as their teacher, and you'll be automatically into their class, and they can post right to this back channel. So if I had any students in the class here, if I had any contributors, and I'll just remove all these because they're from an earlier session. When I do have students here, they'll show up, and you can see the responses come right to this back channel right here. But as I don't have any students, we won't see any of that. If I want to add a new page, I go to the top here in the green. Another thing I really like with the new Smartboard is some of the different pen tools. I really like the text pen, and I'll do the best I can here with the trackpad. But if I write in text, the text pen should recognize what I've just scribbled and automatically turn it to, yes, actual text. And then if you like it, you can keep it. If not, you can exit out. Another pen tool I really like is the Magic Pen. So basically what this will do, if I'm working on a diagram or if I'm showing kids what to do and I make an arrow here, look, you see how it'll erase after 10 seconds or so. So it's really nice if you're working on a graph or something that you maybe don't want to have up on the board for too long, or you're working and you're making marks on a diagram, it'll simply go away after 10 seconds. So it's a nice little feature there as well. In regards to the actual shapes, I do like here how you can, as always, you can add shapes, but I also like that the shape allows you to, in this drop-down version, you can divide the shape into how many pieces you'd like. So it might be good for teaching some fractions, and then you can move the pieces on their own. So a pretty cool feature there, and you can do that with any shape. Also with the shapes or anything you create, actually let me create a square. And I'll go back. It's very important that you switch from the shape tool to the back to the pointer. If I click here, I can go to show the vertices, I can show interior angles, and I can show side lengths. And then when I edit any of those variables, you'll see here the angles change, the shape changes, the side length changes. So a pretty cool tool, especially if you're working with anything with geometry or math in general. There's a lot of cool, neat things you can do, a lot of tricks of the trade you can do with the shapes. I also like going over here to the Smart Exchange. Basically in the Smart Exchange, if anybody has attended Smartboard training or a session with me where I've done Smartboard, you can check out the Smart Exchange, and basically the Smart Exchange will have all pre-made lessons, pre-made diagrams, pre-made things you can use. So just to show you an example of that, I'll go to smartexchange.com. It'll pull up, let's just say I want a 3D animal cell. I'll search it. When I do, if this is the one I want, I like it, I'll hit download. You'll see it'll come up here in my downloads. Click there, and it should plop. Yes, it does. It plops right to your open smart page, which is really nice. And again, if you want to copy this, we'll put it on a new page. There's my 3D diagram. Nice thing about 3D diagrams as well is you can go up here and enter the 3D scene. And in the 3D scene, you can actually almost go kind of like you're going on the Magic School Bus, and you can actually get into some of these 3D models, and the kids too. Again, I'm just using a trackpad, but if you want to, you could use your fingers and hands to move all these, to zoom in, to zoom out, and you can control all the animations. Some of the things you'll find on Smart Exchange are actual animations that are pretty neat. So again, the 3D scene is a pretty cool little tool you can use there. Other than that, if we go down just really quickly to the add-ons, you can see that you can also add in YouTube videos very quickly. You can add in images very quickly. If I click on the YouTube, you'll see that, it should here in just a minute. You'll see that you can search YouTube videos. And the nice thing is too, most of these videos have already been approved. So again, if you have a kid up here trying to look at a video that you can feel rest assured that it's approved. You can also add Geogebra. Any of our math people interested in Geogebra, really nice tool because you can just click there and it should plop down, there it is, insert Geogebra widget, and you can see you have your own little built-in Geogebra right to the smartboard. If you're interested in using Geogebra on the smartboard, there's a lot of lessons on Smart Exchange that you can use there as well. And other than that too, you can also take advantage of the lesson recorder. It's a great tool and it'll record all the animations, all the annotations that you make on the page. Really easy to use, and the audio is great. Other than that, it's kind of just a quick 5-minute brief overview of some of the new things you can do on the smartboard. I'd really encourage you to play around with it, to use it. Most classrooms within our schools have them, so get familiar with it and use the tool that's provided. If anybody needs training or looking for training, the DIS team, the Digital Integration Specialist, would be more than happy to offer training, but in the purchase with smartboard, some training is included with that too. So if you're looking for a school-specific training or training from smartboard itself, we'd be more than happy to arrange that for you. Thanks. Hope this helps.
Thank you for watching this tutorial. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow us by clicking on the links below in the description. Thanks.